Welcome to the Heart of Giving. I'm Beverly O'Neill, and as you know, we have a program now that is only for nonprofits. We're talking to people in the community that are doing things because they love doing them. It's not something that they're doing to get a job or they're doing every day that they don't want to do. This is something that people do with their hearts, they do with their time, they do with their giving, and how this happens in Long Beach is really special. There are so many of those groups, and today we're really pleased to have one of the oldest groups. You're not the old one, but that in the city for giving back to the community, and you'll be just wowed at the number of things that this organization is almost an umbrella to other organizations also in giving back to the city. And I'd like to introduce Kathy Wade, who was the president this last year, and Annette Kashiwabara, who is the development person for this organization. How long, now that I flubbed all of this up, how long has the Assistance League been in?
We were founded in 1940 by Winifred Campbell. Started with 50 women, and now we're up to almost 1,000 members.
You have 1,000 members?
Close to it.
Yeah, but they're in little communities. I mean, they don't all meet at once.
No, they don't all meet at once. We have, chapter is our large organization, the head, and then we have 4 auxiliaries under that.
Okay, so you have the Assistance League with your own activities, and then you have 4 auxiliaries.
4 auxiliaries.
And with their own activities.
Right.
But it started with what you were president of. The Assistance League, and then these other 4 groups came because of the needs and of the people, and all these people that are in these groups, they're all volunteers?
They're all volunteers. We do have staff members, but everything is done by our volunteers.
Yeah, well, it has to be coordinated.
Right.
Well, I've been aware of it, but I didn't know it was that
We're the largest in the nation.
Really?
Our largest chapter, yeah.
They
Long
have
Beach
assistance leagues, I know, other places.
all across the nation, and Long Beach is the largest.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, we're very
Well,
proud
that
of
makes
that.
me even more
Yeah.
proud. That's great. Okay, let's talk about what the Assistance League does.
The Assistance League,
The mother group.
the mother group, we have Operation School Bell, where we'll clothe, our next year's goal is 9,400 children. They'll be given uniforms, and elementary will be giving a backpack with their uniforms, with school
Let's
supplies.
stop over that for just a minute and let that sink in. What you do in Operation School Bell is to clothe the students that need uniforms.
Right, Long Beach has gone to a mandatory uniform program. Chris Steinhauser put that in place, and it's worked wonderfully. And the children come to us, or we go to the schools, and we give them each, we fit them and give them each a uniform. Elementary get 2 uniforms and a backpack and school supplies.
Well, I was in office when I knew more about Operation School Bell because when I was in office, they had uniforms in the schools that they have never had before. And some of the people who didn't like uniforms say, well, they can't afford it.
Right.
You know, they can't afford to buy it. And this organization came in and said, we'll buy them?
Yes, we'll supply the uniforms.
Wow.
Yes.
I have to say that Operation School Bell is the safety net for Long Beach Unified School District. And in fact, the program started the same time that you were selected into office. And so the program was designed for families in need. And so we look at the different schools that have reduced fee or free school lunch programs, and those are the schools that we target. So several of our schools, even though our offices are located on the east side of Long Beach, several of the schools that we serve are on the west, northwest, central areas of Long Beach.
Well, you know, that's just one project. But I mean, you didn't have that project before there were uniforms.
We did have Operation
Did
School
you?
Bell for the elementary, and we just gave them regular clothing.
Regular clothing. Oh, so it's just an extension of that
Right.
first program.
Right. Operation School Bell started, I believe, in 1974.
74.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. And they get a backpack and a outfit.
Sweatshirt
Okay.
and uniform, 2
A
uniforms.
uniform. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've heard kids after they've walked out are so excited they can hardly stand it.
They are.
You know, because
They
they
are.
have new things that.
Yeah, I've had many children when I was a Rick Racker years ago, which is one of our auxiliaries, and they do the elementary school children, and many children look up at me and said, "You mean I get my own
I
clothes?"
know, you know,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
my brothers
Right,
ahead of
I don't
me.
have to
Yeah.
share them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
amazing.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably talk the whole time just about that, so we got to go on.
We also have an orthodontic center, and we're approaching 1,000
Is that the
patients.
Children's Dental Clinic?
No, we have it right in our facility at Spring and Palo Verde.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a, what's our square footage?
17,000 square
17,000
feet.
square foot building. We have an orthodontic center right in the property, and we'll be, by the end of next year, 1,000 patients in braces.
And their referrals from the schools?
Some of them are self-referrals, it's by word of mouth. Sometimes it's the school nurses that will recommend.
I see.
And we
see.
have screening programs. We have 9 per year. We have a full-time orthodontist and a professional staff of 4, and we have 4 chairs.
Okay.
So
Oh,
currently,
wow, 4
we're
chairs.
we're actually serving 800 children a month in braces, and about 169
Ooh.
in retainers.
That's great.
So it's a busy program.
Oh, well, we could spend the whole time talking about that. too. Now, what else? We just started.
We have our Howard Asian Art Collection,
Yes,
and
I
we have
remember
our middle
that.
school children do tours, and we have about 1,000 students come through.
It's like going through the museum.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
learn a little bit about Japanese history, Asian art
Okay.
history, things that they probably never would see otherwise.
Okay, and what else?
So then our auxiliaries have,
Yes,
we have
now you have
scholarship
4
programs.
auxiliaries. Let's start one at a time.
4 auxiliaries. Cameo is our professional auxiliary. Those are mainly working women, and they have a mentoring program for high school and returning to college students.
Okay. And that's their main.
That's their main,
Okay, and what about the
and they have
others?
scholarships also. Las Hermanas has an assault survivor kit program where they provide clothing to wear home clothing for women that have been assaulted. So if the police need to keep the clothing for evidence, they have something to wear home.
Oh, my.
And then we have Assist Teens that have several programs. You want to talk about
They're
the
the
Assist Teens program?
teenagers.
Our teenagers, yes.
Their programs are school specific, or not school specific, but age specific. So the sophomores, juniors, and seniors, they all have specific programs that they work on.
Like what?
One of the popular ones is a senior prom program.
So fun.
Where they go to a senior assisted care facility and they actually put on a senior prom. So they have, the theme is Mardi Gras. They make masks and they actually have a king and queen that
Oh, my goodness.
they have at the end of the evening. They have music, they have dancing, and so it's a very fun event.
And then what's the 4th group?
The 4th group is Rick Rackers,
Okay.
and they're the ones that started Operation School Bell years ago. They're mainly younger women. My daughter is one this year, so that's exciting for me. And they have scholarships as well, but their main thing is Operation School Bell, the elementary school age.
Okay, now, if you have over 1,000 women involved in all of this, do they do all the work for all of these things?
Yes. We also have corporate partners that come in.
How do you afford to do these things?
We have a thrift shop on 4th and Cherry, and that's our main fundraiser.
Is that right? And then each organization has their own activities
Yes.
to
And-
raise
and
funds.
Annette can talk to you about the
Okay, Annette,
Right, and-
let's hear
and
from
resource
you.
And
development.
what we do is we do a lot of coordinated fundraising. We have a special events group that will focus on doing special events. And then we have annual giving programs. We have a very active grant program where we write for grants, especially for Operation School Bell and for the orthodontic and general operating. We also have a very active corporate partners program. We have about 45 corporate partners that come out and either support us financially or with in-kind donations. And for example, the Boeing employees group at Boeing will donate 650 backpacks a year, including school supplies. And we'll get a shipment of like 70 large boxes of school supplies from the employees from the Boeing company.
Well, I think that the people invest because they know that there are people that's going to carry it through, that are going to carry it through, and so it's going to finally get to the person that needed it.
right.
So, well, you know, I just I commend you for all of the things that you do because I know a lot of the women, and I know you too from all of the work you've done, is volunteering in the community. But I didn't know it was that extensive. I knew that there were groups, and they all seem to like each other,
Right,
you know, when working
right,
together. There isn't
right.
competition
And we have
between
fun,
them.
too.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
there's fun in that,
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Well, I thank you very much for being here. This is, I wish we could even talk more, because I know, do you have anything more to say that, real quick, that I've left out?
Well, real quick, we have 2 other programs. One is a la carte, which is at the Miller Children's Hospital, where we do bedside arts and crafts with the children. And then we also have a scholarship program where we provide scholarships for Long Beach City College, Cal State Long Beach, and music scholarships for Long Beach Unified School
Well,
District.
I know that in your organizations you have a lot of movers and shakers, and a lot of women that have been active volunteering in the community for years and years and years. And so I thank you very much for being here.
Thank
It's been
you.
delightful to know more about it myself,
Thank
you
you,
know,
Beverly.
than being just a bystander. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And don't go away. We have another segment for you today.